Alright, we are live. I can't move my mouse around freely over here because it clicks on everything. Alright, but welcome everyone to the new scheduled time and day. Hope that this isn't too different. I mean, I guess it's a different day, but you know, so far I'm liking the 10 instead of the 9. It's not that big of a difference, but I feel like my brain is actually like gonna be working for the first part of stream. Alright, but without further ado, let me just jump over to here. I did not mean to click something. You can shush. Alright, we are going into Canto 3. And my favoritism is going to be showing completely. It's a working brain. You know, I would think that not me, but at the same time, I'm on the internet and I'm live. So if I say something stupid, it's there forever, you know? Hello, hello. Welcome in, chat. Here, let me get this. Is she humming Silent Night? Sharon's humming a song while driving. I found myself singing along in my head to that strangely familiar tune.
아름다운 연주는 세상의 망가진 것들에게서부터 나옵니다. 아이러니한 이치죠.
Sharon, you're a few weeks late. She just spoke, having noticed that I was looking at the driver's seat.
하나, 온전히 음유를 느낄 수 있는 것은 정작 그들의 몫이 아니니 이 얼마나 억울합니까?
A little bit late, but you know, still appreciate it.
카론, 오늘은 기분이 좋아 보이는구나.
Sharon nodded.
응. 기분 좋으면 노래를 부르는 거야.
그래. 하지만 너는 오히려 울적할 때 그 노래를 흥얼거렸던 것 같은데.
카론, 그런 기억 없어. 카론은 즐거울 때만 노래해.
Virgil's eyes seemed well with a subdued shade of dark. Kind of hue that would be picked right away from white to express solitude as a color. But it only lasted for a brief moment. So I decided to dismiss it as the vivid sunset playing tricks with the light.
이제 카론이 흥얼거리는 세상은 고요한 무채색입니다. 길고 긴 터널 속을 헤어나오지 못하고 있으니.
I'm sure that just like the history of my own life that I've forgotten, Sharon and Virgil's must have their own threads of cruel reminders.
이런 너무 개인적인 이야기는 그만하기로 하죠. 딴테, 당신의 업무는 나와 친분을 쌓는 것이 아니라 저들을 관리하는 것이니까.
I looked at his face again. That momentary hint of sadness had fleeted, replaced with a faint smile. Gave him a few nods, then turned around to check on the sinners. Our bus passengers have had lifted spirits for a while now. Helped that they did what they were assembled for and secured the golden bell for the first time. All the sinners were busy talking about their exploits to J-Corp
내가 그때
district.
딱 카드 내는 걸 봤어야 했는데 진짜 명장면이었다니까.
아, 저 이야기만 7번째 들으니까 슬슬 지겨워져서 그러는데. 그래서 이번엔 어디로 가는 거지?
이번 목적지는 K사 동지다.
아, 11구? 덕분에 평생 가보지도 못했을 곳 다 돌아다니네.
그곳에도 손에 꼽히는 대단한 분이 계신다네. 아마 근처에 기념품 가게도 있을 것이야. 난 한정판 피규어 세트를 꼭 사고 싶었어. 오, 거기 햄버거 맛있다고 유명한 프랜차이즈 식당 있지 않았어?
요즘에는 세상 살기가 편해진 모양이군. 내가 임무를 위해 행군을 할 땐 입에 소금만 물고 가는 것이 전부였다.
그러게 말이에요. 제가 항해할 때 목구멍에 넘길 수 있는 음식이라곤 철맛이 나는 통조림 수프가 전부였는데.
침 고인다. 그렇지 않아, 류슈?
뭐 지역마다 다를 피의 색을 생각하니 침이 고이긴 하군.
진짜 무슨 얘기를 못하겠어. 꼬맹이, 너는 뭐가 먹고 싶어?
Oh, we're showing our cards early this time. Looking for someone to share tales with and have a sensible conversation, Rillia naturally turned to Sinclair. However,
싱클레어? 어머, 얘 왜 이래?
again, it's
하얗게
figure out
질렸군.
if memory serves,
과호흡과
someone
오한도
after he wakes.
관측된다.
How long has he been like this?
베르길리우스님이 케이사라는 언급을 했을 때부터입니다.
Alright, so it's been a couple. Why didn't you tell me earlier?
명령이 없었기 때문입니다.
Salt stared at me like I was at fault for not doing the obvious.
속이 갑자기 안 좋아져서요. 죄송해요.
진짜
Christmas
괜찮은
is
거
in
맞아?
November. If I think about it. Plus, I'm noticing a trend where one of us has visceral reactions to destinations that versus reveals. Additionally, when we arrive, it turns out that place does have a history with the person in question. Does that have something to do with the reason we joined the company?
우리라고 칭하시는군요. 미묘한 변화의 차이를 감지하는 것도 저의 주임무라서요. 그리고 수감자들의 입사 이유에 대해서는 상세히 알려드릴 수 없지만 저희가 가야 할 행선지와 수감자 각각의 신변이 어느 정도 관련이 있다는 사실은 부정할 필요가 없겠죠.
기다 아니다부터 말하면 될걸. 쓸데없이 혓바닥을 길게 누리는 건 배운 놈들 특기인가?
두갈적 발화가 언제나 옳지는 않아요. 파우스트는 그때그때의 가장 효과적인 방식을 선택할 뿐이랍니다.
뭐?
배운 사람이라서가 아니라 당신이 너무 못 배운 사람이라 파우스트의 말이 헷갈린다고 한 거예요.
Just as Heathcliff approached Foss's, his bed shaking in fury, Sinclair suddenly started throwing up on the floor. Just finally quieted down after that. Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna say after one of the people in the bus just throws up? Right, down to here. Sharon singing, doing Christmas music in February. That's good.
예술이란 것을 보여주지.
Shortly after the situation with Sinclair was dealt with,
그나저나 아까는 11구 뒷골목으로 간다는 걸 K사라고 잘못 말한 거지? 딴지 걸기엔 다들 들떠 보이는 분위기라 타이밍을 놓쳤는데.
난 어지간해서는 잘못 말하는 법이 없다. 맞게 들었어, 그레고르. 우리는 케이사 둥지로 간다.
아니 근데 둥지로 들어가려면
그래, 심사가 필요하지.
난 K사 비자 없는데. 나 빼고 다들 있는 거 아니지?
뭐냐? 왜 날 보냐?
방법은 간단하다. 닭, 돌, 그리고 뚫릴 때까지 죽사를 반복하면 돼. 즉, 닭, 돌, 죽살.
whatever that eccentric abbreviation means for Ryoshu, students have learned to stop questioning it.
림버스 컴퍼니 정도의 회사라면 그냥 통과될지도 모를 텐데요. 그리고 류슈 씨가 말한 방식으로는 엄청난 시간이 소모될 거예요. 날개가 관리하는 둥지를 대체 뭐라고 생각하는 거예요?
Oh, I see. No one's gonna take into account how much I'll suffer for that cider, huh? Sadly, none has bothered to respond to me in any capacity.
이스마엘이 말한 대로 우리는 비자를 면제받아 통과한다. 림버스 컴퍼니의 뒤엔 꽤 다양한 분야의 주주들이 계시거든.
아, 혹시 H사의 주주님도 아시나요? 제 동생이 어렸을 때 붉은색 여권이 아니면 안 된다고 고집을 부려서 직접 저희 집에 방문해 주신 적이 있으시거든요.
글쎄, 나 같은 일개 길잡이는 그런 것까지 아는 위치가 아니라서 그렇게 대답할 가치가 있어 보이는 질문도 아니고.
아, 너무하네요.
그보다 중요한 건 검문소까지 가는 길목이다. 검문소의 심사가 까다롭다는 건 통행권을 노리는 자들이 지천으로 널려 있다는 뜻이기도 하지.
버스 근처에 불청객의 소리가 많다.
Well, have us will battle. Alright. I have to re-remember how to do this. Shouldn't be that hard.
불길 속으로. 생각보다 잘 되는군.
다음은 침묵을 안겨드리죠.
Alright, so I can just kind of slide it across.
불길 속으로.
일이 끝나갈 조짐이 보이는군요.
좋아, 생각보다 잘 타는 걸.
Oh, we have two of them. What's our singing? We're fine. How much? Okay, other than this guy, I feel like it doesn't really matter what I put on here.
그대로 가보자고. 그 오늘 다 죽어라. 다음 다 죽어라.
Alright.
기분 좋은
Fights
카론,
are so easy now.
기분 좋게 도착.
자, 내리지. 심사받을 시간이다. 아, 혹시나 해서 말하는 건데 너희가 평소에 하던 대로, 그러니까 볼성사납게 사고를 치고 다녀도 일이 수습될 거라는 기대는 이곳 검문소에서는 버리는 게 좋을 거다.
That is words are pretty intimidating, but despite the worries.
K사로 방문하신 모든 분께 환영의 인사를 드립니다. 한 줄로 순서에 맞게 입장하신 다음 안내문에 따라 적합한 위치에 서 주십시오.
Menacing and interrogative atmosphere could subdue the temper of any first-time visitors. Sinners were no exception. I'd occasionally hear Sinclair sniffling, followed by Rhodia and Gregor calming him. Any of my questions why were met with heads shaken sideways.
그래, 평소에도 이렇게나 질서를 지키면 얼마나 좋아. 소풍 나온 병아리 같이.
당신이 왜...
What made you follow us outside the bus this time? Noticing my flustered reaction at the unexpected companion, Regis opened his mouth.
이곳이 둥지이기 때문입니다, 딴테. 혹여나 이곳에서 예상 못한 사고라도 치는 순간, 딴테, 당신이 전부 책임지기는 어려워질 테니까.
Regis put it like that. It sounded as if you were saying you're not reliable enough to be sent without supervision. But I knew it'd be wise to keep that to myself. Right.
당연한 결과죠. 저는 선택받았으니까. 그렇겠죠?
Code purple.
금방금방 빠지네요. 10분 정도만 기다리면 저희 차례가 오겠어요. 통과 질문은 저희 13명이 다 해야 하나요? 단테 씨는 말을 못 알아들을 텐데 어떻게 해야 하죠?
Shmel seemed to have a habit of speaking quickly and being more inquisitive when she got anxious.
안 그래도 그 이야기를 하려던 참이었지. 잘 들어. K사 직원은 이쪽 줄에 서 있는 사람들에게는 매우 간단한 질문만 할 거다. 그리고 너희들 또한 매우 간단한 대답만 하면 되는 거야. 신문소 직원이 어떤 목적으로 왔냐고 물어보면 림버스 컴퍼니 업무상으로 왔습니다. 업무 비자를 확인해 주세요.
Oh, I'm scared
라고
if who's gonna
대답을
mess
하면
this up.
된다. 토시 하나 빼먹지 말고 그대로 외워.
Who's gonna mess
그
this up?
밖에는 내가 알아서 할 테니 그저 문제를 일으키지 않을 사람이라는 것만 증명하면 돼.
I can think of at least two off
혹시나
the top of my
전화를
head.
외우지 못하겠다면 차라리 입을 다물고 있으세요. 그저
It sounds like the worst
갖고
option,
계시는
actually.
사원증을 내밀기만 해도 되니까요.
Never mind. Keep quiet and don't cause trouble. Easiest task in the world. I sneakily mumbled a sarcastic remark. I was worried that the boss might rat me out, but thankfully, Regulus was idly staring off into space, sparing me from his scathing commentary.
자, 그럼 질문이 있는 사람은 내가 정말 가치 있는 질문을 생각했는가에 대한 고민을 해본 후에
Oh,
조용히
mess this
손을
up.
들도록.
Several hands were lifted, including mine.
로지온,
업무 목적이니까 무기는 들고 들어가도 되지?
그렇다. 다음.
그럼 그렉의 기기괴기한 팔이나 단테의 근사한 시계머리도 상관없겠네?
맞아요. 참고로 관리자님의 머리는 무기가 아니라 의체로 분류되기 때문에 관광 비자여도 허용은 돼요. 비록 불사의 능력을 지니고 있더라도요.
Shmal took the role of the model student and answered in Virgil's esteem. Feels like something's changed about Ishmael's attitude since the casino job. She seems to have decided to take matters into her own hands after I betrayed her expectations of my capabilities as a leader.
정확해.
Gregor and I put our hands down at the same time.
그리고 리오슈, 담배는 끄고 얘기하도록.
난 손 안 들었다만.
just was doing his best to ignore Dawn's arm stretched skyward. He finally caved and gave the woman with an adamantly raised hand the chance to speak.
그래, 돈키호테. 뭐지?
저 유리벽은 어떤 용도로 있는 것이오?
Following Dawn's finger, her attention was drawn to the glass wall stood in the middle of the building. On the other side was a vector dividing wall. There were countless people waiting in line.
저쪽은 기다린다기보다는 아예 사람들이 바닥에 앉아 있군. 줄을 선지 꽤 시간이 지난 모양이야.
무장 경호원도 많군. 이곳 인원의 3배.
대부분 건물에 세워져 있는 유리벽은 안전을 위한 용도일 가능성이 크다.
뭐 쉽게 말하자면 뒷골목 사람들 전용 구역이지. 둥지마다 방식은 다르지만 어쨌든 제대로 된 비자가 없이 다른 둥지로 가는 건 진짜 까다롭거든. 왜 검문소 근처에서 목숨까지 걸고 우리를 습격하려고 했겠어? 비자를 강제로 빼앗아서라도 둥지에 가려고 했던 거지.
그리고 우리가 해결해 줄 수 없는 문제이기도 하지.
However, that answer didn't satisfy Dawn. Whether it was the quality of the gloomy yet oppressive atmosphere, the area beyond the wall, Dawn don't. Or the disturbance happening in there, couldn't say. Dawn don't. Please.
관리자님, 저희 차례입니다.
Huh? Right. Our line moved at such a quick pace we barely had time to chat before it was our turn to answer the officials' questions.
기억하세요. 그쪽에서 어떤 목적으로 왔냐고 하면
한 번만 더 말하면 심사관인지 뭔지 아는 놈이랑 만단지에 해주겠어.
Okay, so it's either gonna be Ryoshi, despite Ishmael's worries, our inspection was smooth sailing.
소속 그룹 이유를 말씀해 주세요.
업무처 림버스 컴퍼니에서 왔습니다. 사원증 확인 부탁드립니다.
확인했습니다. 다음.
Just gonna mess it up.
림버스 컴퍼니에서 왔죠. 비즈니스 때문에. 사원증 보시면 된대요.
확인했습니다. 다음.
After our first dinner proves who we worked for, was a breeze for the rest of us. The official asked the same question in the same dry tone. Took a cursory glance at our faces, employee cards, based on their speed, seemed like more of a customary gesture rather than an actual look over. Then let each dinner pass. I'm waiting for the entail.
저쪽에서 무슨 문제가 생겼나 봐요.
Glass wall standing between us and them was thick enough to block out sound. It was hard for us to tell what was on the other side of the wall. However, I could see what was happening unambiguously. Someone with cuffed hands was being dragged away by security. A small child was crying next to them, clearly scared and confused.
신경 쓰지 말죠. 잘은 모르지만 날개의 금기를 어긴 모양이에요.
그래. 가난뱅이들이 어긴 금기를 봤자 만족스러울 만큼 충분한 돈을 뒷구멍에 찔러주지 않았다는 거 웬 더 있겠어?
Where's Dawn?
지금 저한테 이죽대는 건가요?
뭐야? 신경 쓸 일은 아니라며. 너무 신경 쓰는데?
I was struck by Heathcliff, loudly celebrating his first successful tease on Ishmael. Our usual suspect sprang forth at her least expected moment yet again.
소속 그룹 이유를 말씀해 주세요.
Of course. Please. Please.
약자에게 자유를 주기 위해 왔다.
I was expecting it and it's still... Please. Why? Emotion is expressed for the first time in the chance. Yeah, same dude. He looked up at Dawn with a face screaming that it was flabbergasted.
저자들을 풀어주게. 고통스러워하고 있지 않은가?
Oh my
소속 그룹 이유를 말씀해 주세요.
The officer The official ignored her demand and parroted the same question. Oh well, Dawn was getting more upset by the minute. Dawn, please. Please, you can do this later. And then... looking through the transparent wall again... saw the desperate child mouth a scream at the man dragged away in cuffs. Saying no for once challenge impossible. Yeah, no hesitation!
코드 퍼플 금기 K185 위반 발생 트롬보사이트 지원 요망
The most
재전파
deadpan,
트롬보사이트
like, this is... they're used to this kind of thing. Being away from a query, like a broken record, the official spoke in intimidating immune response to the radio.
안내합니다.
She looks so
코드
proud of her.
퍼플.
She really
코드 퍼플.
does.
순환 이동 검문소 14번. 트롬보사이트. 루코사이트.
Hearing sirens accompanied the perplexing announcement, all while the thick metal gates shut around us.
그냥 대갈통을 부수고 시체자루에 넣어서 지나갈 걸 그랬어.
그런다고 아주 달라질 건 없었을 것 같지만요.
I feel like someone else should carry her weapon through any situation we have to get
각각
somewhere.
혈소판, 백혈구를 의미하는 것 같소만.
저들을 의미하나 보군요. K사와 어울리네요.
Looking at the direction Faust indicated, we all saw what she meant. Security forces wearing menacing uniforms were staring at us. She was so proud of herself. Also welcoming. I feel like I understand justice and everything, but I think we need to just take her jousting. What's the stick called? I feel like we need to lance. Yes, a lance. We need to take her lance and just like she can have it back once we're out of an area where she can get us in trouble with security. Like just that's about how long we just need to like hand that to someone else. You know, like just that long. It doesn't need to be for doesn't have to be for that long. Just long enough that she can't do this. By the way, did you get the rest of your login rewards? I think I have maybe 2 left. Getting used to this sort of situation, but it looks pretty serious.
네, 날개의 금기를 어겼으니까.
Should be able to get it as long as I remember to log in like the next 2 days. It's not like anyone was hurt. Can't we just talk this through? Foss looked straight into my face. For Foss to face someone directly when she usually stares into the empty space as she speaks can only indicate one thing. That we're an idiot. I must have said something incredibly frustrating. Yep.
어떤 날개든 금기를 어겼다는 건.
A loud explosion left Dawn dismembered where she stood.
경고 없이 금기자를 처단할 수 있다는 뜻이에요.
Of course. Looks like Border Control isn't willing to forgive us until they dismember the rest of the sinners. IDs you're not using. Yeah, I kind of just got everyone to be.
날이 갈수록 놀라워. 바닥 밑에 고여있던 조그만 기대가 마저 증발시켜버리니 말이야.
Once I start getting
난 빠지지. 저 녀석의 단독 범행이라고 하든 다 같이 해결하든
very equal
알아서
and
해.
even and stuff, I'll probably.
아까는 관리자님만으로는 부족하니까 동행한 거라면서요.
어쩔 수 없는 것에 책임을 져준다고 했지. 이따위 헛짓거리에 동참해준다는 뜻은 아니었다.
Fair enough. He just casually pushed his way through the line, grandparents. He then crossed his arms as if to further drive home that he'll remain a spectator. Alright. So, for the most part, I will ignore characters that I don't use.
그대로 가보자고.
좋아, 다 죽어라.
They just healed. Why did they heal? It looked like they healed. Maybe that's what it was. Okay, let's go through again.
그렇게 하죠.
You heal, you can shoot them out. Got it. So if I'm taking them out, I have to take them out like one turn. Which shouldn't be the worst thing.
침묵을 안겨드리죠.
Shouldn't be too hard. Especially as I gain more moves.
그대로 가보자고.
What are we at sanity-wise?
일이 끝나갈 조짐이 보이죠.
Negative 35. Alright, that's
생각보다 잘 타는 걸.
decent amount. Gotta probably skip turn next time. 35. Let's see. First move on set. Second move actually. It's 15. It's 50. That's lower than I can do. So for the first one, shield at least. Hopefully we can get just barely enough that it's not going to kill us.
그렇게 하죠.
42. We are thin ice. We are on thin ice. What do we? Alright, shield for both of those because we cannot let that go farther. Alright, we'll do that.
그 누구도 볼 수 없게.
약점은 파악했어.
완전한
다음.
Is it the last guy? It should be.
불길
Let's
속으로
just do that.
그 오물 다 죽어라.
It doesn't carry over either way, so just kind of bulldozing that last enemy. Are they gonna watch from there?
그렇게 쳐다봐도 소용없습니다, 관리자님. 아무도 귀담아 듣지 않는 길잡이 주제에 칼까지 빼드는 건 주제넘은 짓이 아니겠습니까? 아, 마지막으로 오지랖을 풀어보자면 K사의 특이점은 HP 탄으로 웬만한 상처쯤은 순식간에 회복이 됩니다. 어쩌면 관리자님의 그 능력과도 유사하겠군요.
Hey, wait. Completely ignoring my feeble plea. Not that they could hear it. K-Corp security guards closed in on us. This is going smoothly.
당연한 결과죠. 저는 선택받았으니까. 그렇겠죠?
This one over.
외근 시작합니다.
Alright, that's struggling either way, so let's just parry them.
그 누구도 볼 수 없게.
그 오물을
-1.
처리할 시간이야 뭐지?
How many? 8. 8 and 4. I think I actually want to do these ones for the damage. No. Seems to be better for that. Barely better. Same thing. Better. This is going to do more damage.
처리할 시간이야 뭐지?
Alright, we can take probably those two down. Yeah, we're still good.
그렇게 하죠.
Let's get that through. How many are we down to? 4 of 8. Alright, so these are our final 4. Alright. So, yeah, we can take that. Should probably double check though. Better. Doesn't matter, so let's go for the one that's a little bit more high horsepower.
처리할 시간이야 뭐지?
그 오물을 가져가라.
다음은 침묵을 안겨드리죠.
Alright, how many do we have left? 1.
이대로
Alright,
가보자고.
let's see how this goes. Right.
당연한 결과죠. 저는 선택받았으니까. 그렇겠죠?
Okay, do we want to do the lunacy for the new extractable things now, or do we want to do that at the end of stream? Because I should have enough if I can get these ones. I think actually, do I have 10 of those?
아침은 무슨
I do. I have 10 of them. Alright, so I have like 3. I don't remember exactly how much it is. I have to consider waiting for the start of next stream. Oh, is there... Oh yeah, there's the, that thing that was going to start on the, well, the 7th tonight. Is it like 10? I want to save or done. Coming out tomorrow. Yeah. Alright, so we'll save this. Either I'll save it for next stream, or I'll look at the times, maybe just like... the second week of the new season, so there'll be 2 concurrent banners. Alright, so we'll wait. I'll look at the time, make sure I don't miss it for the, between this and next stream. If that's the case, I'll just like hop in for a minute or 2 on Friday at the beginning of stream and get it done.
손쉽죠.
That's struggling. Hang on.
불길 속으로.
자!
Ooh, we're going up against 10 this time. Alright, this is gonna be a little bit trickier of a fight. Let's go for this one.
이대로 가보자고.
Right, that one's better, it seems.
처리할 시간이야 뭐.
I probably need to double check where his Sandy is at right now. I believe I have him first, so he should have multiple abilities then. Oh, how would I do positive? I've probably been winning too much with them. Alright, let's yeah, we'll do 2 of these bulky ones. Is there really a difference between +1/+1 and then just a gain 2? I want to keep Sinclair at or above the par level for the stage. Par level as in... always starts getting SP from every enemy killed by ice. Oh, that's not good. I mean, I feel like he's pretty even level-wise. Let's go +1/+1.
처리할 시간이야 뭐.
그 오물을
need him to stop gaining so much SP. I shouldn't be getting positive while actively going negative. I don't even really have green, so I can't just like burn through it with using these. I need an ego that's green. That's like the one thing that I'm completely missing. I think, who is it? Do you have green? You have green. Alright, I might have to use her to charge some green.
이대로 가보자고.
자!
다 죽어라.
약점은 파악했어.
Alright, that's got me one. Is anyone active? It's not gonna work this round. Alright, let's go for maybe just doing this? They're panicked, but they're not, like... Yeah, I can't do that this round. We're not quite at the level where I can do that yet. Note defense skills only generate resources if they activate, so in this case only one of them did. Got it. Alright, so I do have to actually wait for something to be attacking.
이대로 가보자고.
Alright, so if I want to generate a couple of green, I should probably do that at the beginning of the fight. Anything attacked at all? Anything attacking you? Not really, no. Okay, at this point, I think I can just kind of go like this, and it would be good.
가보자고. 다 죽어라. 다 죽어라.
것만 예크.
Alright, there we go. Okay, corp singularity. HP bullets. Penny would be fatal injuries. We managed to inflict were healed away with single shot from those regenerative rounds. It was only a matter of time before the thread by which Heath's patience was hung snapped.
못 먹겠네. 우린 세상에서 제일 의미 없는 일을 하고 있어. 알아?
말했잖아요. 날개와 엮이는 건 무의미하다고요.
이렇게 실시간으로 허무해지는 전투일 줄은 몰랐지.
잘라내면 잘라내는 대로 살점이 차오른다. 전투를 제대로 지속하기 어렵다.
이딴 예술도 있는 거군.
She made the most pained expression I've ever seen from her, begrudgingly swinging her sheath around. Cuts and slashes went before even a drop can spill from them. Couldn't be a worse spell for Ryoshi to fight. Isn't there anything you can do?
HP. 헬라포이세스 기술은 손실된 신체의 세포를 끊임없이 보충하는 기술이에요.
Aim for the guns.
한 번 투약받아도 상당히 오래 지속되는데 둥지 안에서 보급을 받는 저들은 전투로는 이길 방법이 없다고 할 수도 있겠네요.
Even Boss was shaking her head in despondency. Then,
혼란 속에 비로소 이 몸이 등장하였으니
peal of overwhelming energetic laughter rang through the air. Who is it gonna be this time?
당연한 결과죠. 저는 선택받았으니까. 그렇겠죠?
Alright. Figure approached us with a terrifying force, reminiscent of a frenzied beast.
뭐야? 뭐가 달려오고 있는 거야?
Oh?
앞으로
Judging by
3초.
Chet's reaction.
관리자님, 판단을.
What are we about to see? I know. I'm not sure what to... Jules was the only one who showed no surprise. To be more clear, he was more displeased than unsurprised at this apparently expected arrival.
역시 오시는군. K사의 대스타.
Pale-looking man appeared amidst the chaos with an obnoxious laugh.
모두 안녕하신가?
Oh, what is
목격담은
this?
얼마든지 올려도 되지만 사진 촬영부터는 K사의 공식 허가가 필요하네.
The hell am I
다만
looking
30분
at?
후에는 잡지 인터뷰가 있어서 길게는 시간을 내주지 못해. 섭섭해도 이해해주게.
왜 안 오나 했지. 날개 월급쟁이가 되어버렸다지. 지크프리타.
그 비아냥거리는 말 본세는 여전하시군 그래. 코드 퍼플이 발동해서 불이 나게 달려왔더니만 그대의 친구들이었나 보군.
친구 아니야. 이 소동 속에 나는 무관하다는 걸 알아주면 좋겠군.
그럼?
그래. 화끈한 정신 개조를 부탁하지.
무슨 이야기를 둘이서만 불길하게 속닥거려?
동감. 어디서 굴러온 놈이지?
보아하니 꽤 구석진 골목에서 온 분들도 있나 보군. 좋아. 그렇다면 이번만큼은 특별히 사진 서비스도 제공해주겠어.
우리를 아주 길거리 추종자처럼 대하고 있군. 감히
Of course. Dawn, what's wrong?
우리가 좀 바빠서 1분 안으로 끝내줘. 저 시계머리는 빼고 부탁하지.
의체인가? 그렇다면 50초로 하지.
Both a skilled, fair, and talented performer. The only watch in awe as he proved himself as nothing short of a hero.
자, 여기를 한번 봐주게. 우리 팬들이 매우 좋아해 줄 거야.
더럽게 강하군.
응? 방금 뭐란 거지? 깜찍하군 그래.
After another, he made short work of sinners. Just watched the carnage with a pleased expression. It's gonna hurt.
동지에서 주제도 모르고 나대면 어떤 결과를 초래하는지 깨달을 필요가 있지. 단테, 지금의 당신은 기억이 안 나겠지만 당신도 어쩌면 거물 같은 존재였음 때가 있었습니다.
I was? Just couldn't picture it. Right now, I'm just a powerless leader who fumbles in any emergency, constantly being chewed up, spat out, ignored, and trashed by sinners. They even started treating me as the team's field medic. I think that this miserable manager used to be a respected leader, many the genuine desire to ask boss for another way to recover my memories.
하지만 기억을 잃었다는 사실이 당신의 관리 소홀에 대한 온전한 면죄부가 되어줄 순 없죠. 무슨 말인지 스스로 아실 거라 믿습니다.
About the step cakework checkpoints. Showed no pity for the family they were about to tear apart, treating it all as nothing more than part of the due procedure. Dawn got us into trouble when she sprang forth to rectify injustice. I just know it would haunt my sleep for days if we turned a blind eye. Seeing Heathcliff tighten the grip on his weapon to days as he witnessed the disturbance. Not Dawn, at least one of us would have intervened. Truth told, I didn't even do everything in my power to keep Dawn down. He isn't necessarily wrong to blame the rest of... Taking back my head might not be the best at all.
이거 참... 다음엔 꼭 마이크를 달아나달라고 해야겠군. 알아들었다는 소리로 이해하겠습니다.
46.5초. 오늘도 세계를 정의롭게 수호한 시간이었다.
무대는 끝난 모양이군. 시계 돌릴 시간입니다, 단테.
Yeah, I say we get them to where we need to go first, and then I do the rewind stuff. You know, because it wasn't one of those things where it's timed, is it? If they die, I can fix them. I just... yeah. After 12 worlds of agony, the sinners were all back in one piece. Massacre must have been humbling, because it feels rather strange seeing them this quiet.
어떻게 지내고 있었는가, 붉은 시선. 요새 통 얼굴 보기가 힘들었는데 둥지 속 우수한 해결사들의 모임에도 안 나오고. 내가 초대장을 무려 수십 장이나 보냈는데 받지 못한 것인가?
That is true.
주소 바꿨어.
We don't
그리고
exactly have a good way
당신처럼
of transporting
충실하게
him.
꼬리 따위 흔들고 있을 여유도 없지.
I don't know what happened between those two, but Rose is a bit hostile here, right?
첫 보기에도 둘의 성향이 다르다고
I mean,
느끼지
maybe
않나요, 단테?
revive the ones that aren't gonna cause trouble. In what ways? And then just
간단히
carry the
말하자면
ones
지크프리트
they're
씨는
most likely going
해결사
to
중에서도
cause
나에게
problems here or there
친화적인 쪽에
till they get to
가까웠죠.
like a safe area.
반면에 베르길리우스 씨는 해결사만의 독립성을 추구했어요. 영향력이 강한 어느 한 곳에 해결사가 종속되는 순간 해결사가 지켜야 할 최소한의 가치마저도 사라진다고 생각했거든요.
Have help
힘 있는
carrying
자들
everyone
한정에서
around and getting everyone to
누구보다
the right
엄격한
place.
잣대를 들이미는 사람이니까요.
But it wouldn't be, you know, 12 corpses. Speaking with the boss, I sat down quick and approached Siegfried. Must have been honored to see him, even after being mincemeat by his hands mere moments ago.
팬이요. 그대 피규어도 모아놓았어. 한정판은 아니지만 나도 그대처럼 엄청난 해결사가 되는 것이 꿈이야.
해결사 꿈나무군. 시간이 얼마 없지만 사인은 해줄 수 있지.
그게 정말이요? 그럼 사인은 여기.
숨 좀 쉬어, 돈키호테.
안내합니다. 상황 종료. 코드 퍼플. 상황 종료. 코드 퍼플. 올 코드 클리어.
일은 성공적으로 끝마쳤다. 그럼 또 어디선가에서 보도록 하지.
Leaping with tremendous force, Siegfried vanished into the air. Though there was a small delay, we did get the travel permit in the end. We're just returning to the bus in the meantime, or perhaps he got We only got off knowing that we'd run into that Siegfried. He looked rather upset as he walked away, but no one else seemed to care. Clueless to surrounding frigidness, Dawn was happy as a clam, caressing the sheet of paper autographed by Siegfried.
꿈을 꾸고 있는 것은 아닌지 모르겠어. 아, 관리자다니. 내 볼따구 한 번만 꼬집어줄 수 있겠어?
RG, it's German. Got some seats. She said I was about to give the armored vehicle stop for us.
새로운 적인가? 둥지의 검문소 앞에서 간도 크군.
이 차는 LCC 청소부서 소속이군요.
나 참... 왜 이렇게 오래 걸린 거야? 이 근처를 세 바퀴나 뱅뱅 돌았잖아.
A couple of familiar faces appeared out of the car. You again, Ify and Saad. Even though their outfits had changed, their faces were greased with just as much confidence and poise.
비포 팀에서도 온 건가? 분위기가 좀 달라졌군 그래.
그건 카지노 잠입을 위한 위장복이었답니다. 결과적으론 쓸모가 없긴 했지만 말이에요.
Hope you guys didn't come up with a big important plan again, because it's not gonna work.
그 심부를 찌르는 말투는 여전하구만.
I just ached a little at the thought of the harmonious cacophony that was our last operation.
소드, 저 시계 시침 바르르 떨리는 거 보여? 저러다가 울기라도 하겠어.
장난이랍니다. 실력으로는 아직 발전해야 할 부분이 한참 남아 있었지만 그래도 LCB 부서만의 색깔이 있다는 걸 인정하기로 했거든요.
Despite the rough path we took, sounds we did leave a positive impression on the two.
비포 팀들은
It's a
먼저
surprise.
작전 현장에 도착해 있는 줄 알았는데요.
다른 대원들은 이미 도착해 있을 거야. 너희들이 알면 유용할 추가 정보가 있어서 잠시 남아서 기다려주기로 했지.
어떻든 간에 우리가 신경이 쓰였다는 거네. 맞지?
너희들도 우리의 매력에 헤어나오지 못했던 거 아니야? 왜 그런 거 있잖아. 귀신같이 맛없는 재료들만 모아놓아서 요리했는데 묘하게 맛이 있는 거?
맞아. 전장엔 그런 게 많았지. 분명 먹을 당시에는 비참했는데 자꾸 기억에 남는 그...
두 분 다 어떤 음식을 드셔왔던 거죠?
저 그런데 전달받을 정보란 어떤 것인가요?
이번 목표 지점 말이야. 우리 말고 다른 집단이 점령해 있는 상태인 것 같아. 그래서 우리 쪽에서도 평소보다 많은 인원을 투입하고 있지.
그래봤자 또 어디서 모여드는 쇠파리 같은 놈들이겠지.
As Souls pointed out, we weren't new to encounters against groups of foes drawn near the Golden Bough. For our first mission, straggling soldiers from G-Corp took shelter in the abandoned facility. Then our second, a variety of gangs inhabited the casino.
안타깝지만 이번 상대들은 예전 같은 부스러기는 아닌 모양이야. 심사 기록을 슬쩍 살펴보니까 몇 주 전 엔사에서 대거 파견한 기록이 남아 있었어. 심지어 우리와 목적지가 같더라고.
엔사에서요?
공식적으로 드러난 행보는 아니지만 K사 쪽에서도 심사 통과를 해준 걸로 봐선 모종의 거래가 있었을 수도 있지.
즉, 엔사에서 미리 파견이 와 있는 게 사실이라면 가는 길이 순탄하지만은 않을 거라는 소리랍니다.
그렇군. 이거 자칫하다 여러 날개를 척 찌는 건 아닌지 몰라.
장기적으로 봤을 때 날개 간의 충돌은 불가피한 수순일 거예요. 하지만 엔사에서 공식적인 파견을 공표한 게 아닌 걸 봐서는 단순히 이익 집단 간의 충돌로 마무리될 수도 있고요. 어쩌면 그들이 진정으로 원하는 건 황금 가지가 아니라는 가능성도 배제할 순 없어요.
어찌됐든 여기저기에 써먹기 편한 게 우리라는 건 부정되지 않은 것 같지만
아, 맞아. K사 입국관리소에서 소동을 일으킨 멍청이들이 있다고 했는데 혹시 얼굴 봤어?
소문이라는 건 참 빠르게 퍼지는군. 마치 로신한테 갔어.
Dawn hung her head, possibly in embarrassment. Perhaps she'd finally started to learn that her reckless actions have repercussions. The other are mistaking it, and she's glad that more people know that what she's done.
아깝지 뭐예요. 그런 광경은 자주 볼 수 있지도 않았을 텐데. 목숨이 여러 개 있는 게 아닌 이상 누가 감히 입국관리소에서부터 소란을... 설마 아니죠?
You can't be surprised.
시간도 얼마 없고 하니 빨리 이동하죠.
Like, he just can't be surprised that it was us.
베르길리우스님은 이번에도 안 계시나 보네.
그 양반 먼저 버스로 돌아갔어.
아쉽네요. 이번에야말로 얼굴 한번 비추고 싶었는데.
다음에는 꼭 인사를 하고 말겠어. 너희 대신 우리를 합류시킬 생각은 없냐고도 물어볼 계획이거든.
Was that the reason you wanted to meet him?
마냥 농담은 아니랍니다. 이따가 현장에서 다시 봐요.
너희가 무사히 도착할 수 있다면 말이야.
Alright. Into here. Actually, hang on, let me... Alright, so I don't want to level everyone up. But I feel like this one I am going to be using for at least a decent while, so let me at least level this one up a bit. Do I have... Where are the smaller ones? These are the small ones. So we'll use a couple of these, just get us... Oh no, but you said that, having him over-leveled means that he'll get sanity from other people getting kills. Alright. Till we have something that can... No, you don't want it to be too low. It can be over... Oh, alright, got it.
아침은 무슨...
Here? Alright, so we're going to at least take these two sets of smaller ones. Maybe a couple of bigger ones just to get us up to like level 30. And we can use these once we get new identities next time. So level 30 should be a good spot. Patty Sharon and a cold stare of Virgil's awaited us on the bus. The air was heavy with the sense of oppression, leaving little room for lighthearted jokes.
늦었어. 카론 100까지 샜는데도 너희 안 왔어.
카론.
She seemed to few more words ready to be flung in that icy tone, but Virgil's put a hand on her shoulder and gave her a glance.
베르, 카론은 지금을 기억할 것입니다.
미안해. 다음에 사탕 사줄 테니까.
She ran down the driver's seat without further complaint, and Virgil slowly turned to us. If there was one thing the sinners and I were all good at, it'd be sensing imminent danger and making way. Dispersing from the group, we scuttled away into our seats, leaving only Dawn anxiously standing in the aisle to the bus.
변명을 듣겠다, 돈키호테.
본인은 핍박받고 있는 약자를 그냥 지나칠 수 없어.
아니, 틀렸지.
Vision couldn't follow what happened that instant. nothing to blink, so it shouldn't have been possible for me to miss a moment, but that's... When I caught up with the situation, first thing came to my sight was Dom brought to the ground, shoulders trampled under
나는
just a shoe.
변명을 하라고 했지. 네 사상을 변호하라고 하지 않았다. 처음이 아니지, 돈키호테. 벌써 3번이나 비슷한 일이 있었다. 네 정신 나간 짓 때문에 3번이나 일이 어그러질 뻔했다고. 어떻게 생각하지? 말해봐라.
본인을 위해 동료에게 폐를 끼치기는 했다만.
Dawn's pain groan grew louder, but no one stepped in. Of course, she was being punished for her own actions. But more than anything, it was evident that disrupting this wasn't going to make the situation better.
생각을 물었다고. 왜 말을 알아듣지 못하지?
말하고 있지 않았어.
너는 여기서 미안하다는 말을 했어야 해, 돈키호테. 덧붙일 거라면 앞으로 어떻게 할 것인지 계획을 말했어야 했고.
이런... 아까부터 답을 정해놓고 말하고 있지 않소?
모르나? 회사는 대부분 정해진 답을 갖고 있다. 그 답을 맞출 수 있는 길을 물을 뿐이지. 회사가 너 따위에게 의견을 묻고 있다고 생각하면 큰 착각이다.
회사가 그렇다면 본인은...
지치는군.
He just kicked Dawn, tossing her to the floor, and gripped her fall by the collar.
입사할 때를 기억하고 있겠지. 그날의 거래를 잊지 않았으면 좋겠습니다, 돈 키호테 씨.
His eyes glistened with a much brighter hue of red than usual. Staring directly into them, Dawn soon gave back a nod without another word.
여기까지. 원래 위치로 돌아가도록.
Watching someone who usually exudes pride and confidence quickly shift to such discouraged, crestfallen state didn't exactly make for a pleasant sight. The deal that got Dawn's go quiet simply by bringing it up. You wonder what it's all about.
다른 놈들도 마찬가지다. 회사는 자아 실현의 공간이나 사상을 설파하는 장소가 아니다. 취업 규칙을 위반하면서도 돌발 행동을 하겠다면 자신이 치를 대가를 한 번쯤 더 생각하고 행동에 옮기도록. 죽는 게 낫다고 생각하겠지만 죽지 못할 거고, 프리랜서가 되고 싶겠지만 퇴사가 불가능한 시기를 보내게 될 테니까 말이야.
아무래도 저 양반 아이고 뭐더라? 저 자크 프리더 씨한테 도움을 받은 게 심히 기분이 상했던 모양이군.
지크 프리트님이요.
본격적으로 작전 시작도 안 했는데 잔소리나 들었잖아. 그러니까 눈치 좀 보면서 행동했어야지.
에휴, 언젠가 한 번은 이럴 날이 올 줄 알았어요. 앞으로는 다들 주의하죠.
둘 다 왜 나를 야리냐? 죽고 싶냐? 알았어, 알았다고.
I assume we're going to get information on what that deal was eventually. Alright, before jumping into this next one, I am going to pause for probably just a minute or two and stretch. So I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. I'm also realizing we are somewhat low on energy, so we might end up having to, once we run out over here, should be, let's see, this one's it's 18, should have 2 more in that. We'll have to probably go down to either Mirror Dungeon or do some Lux excavations. Try and maybe get us up another level, if anything. I'm gonna have to like off-stream use the Luxification stuff to just like charge my levels up. Make it so that I have a what's it called?
목표인가요? 손쉽죠.
Make it so that I can do a decent amount of these at a time. With the conflict sorted out, the bus finally departed. Looking out the windows evoked a strange feeling in the passengers.
저 인간들은 얼굴에 근심 하나 없어 보이네.
This is way different from the roads we've been through.
아하. 그러고 보니 관리자 양반은 둥지 한복판을 지나오는 건 처음이겠어.
둥지랑 뒷골목은 수준 차이가 심하죠. 또 둥지마다 저마다의 고유 문화와 역사가 다르고요.
전원 집중. 이번에 갈 목적지는 K사의 칼프 마을이다. 그곳 어딘가에 로보톰이 집으로 연결되어 있는 통로가 있다는 정보다.
That's a reaction. As soon as the name Cal W is mentioned, it's clear lapse into fear once again, started hyperventilating, I think. As if something were coming after him.
하지만 너희들이 전해준 정보대로 제3의 세력들이 이미 그 지부를 점령 중인 상황이다. 그래서 클리어 부서에 추가적인 정찰을 요청했지.
비포팀의 사정관측 3과가 투입되었죠. 에피와 소드 씨도 함께 하셨을 겁니다.
상황이 어떤지 파악이 되면 그쪽에서 먼저 보고를 줄 거다.
Shortly afterwards, the bus entered a quiet woodland path leading to the village. Lush green trees rarely found in the back streets began to decorate the scene, providing a comforting sight. Could see an ominous billow of smoke in the distance.
저기 연기가.
싱클레어?
카론 꺾어.
회피기동 덜컹덜컹.
Tess made a sharp turn to the left, shortly before a giant nail flew in and noisily embedded itself into the back window.
어떤 새끼야? 뒤질 뻔했잖아.
이 정도의 가속도로 실험해보진 않았지만 창을 조금 더 튼튼히 덧댈 필요가 있겠군요.
우리를 향해 정확히 조준하고 던진 거다. 아까 비포팀들이 일컫던 엔사의 직원이겠군.
베르, 메피가 다쳤어. 칼은 슬퍼.
멈추지 않으면 더할 기세군. 전원 한차.
As we got off the bus, the group stood in the way, clad from head to toe in rusty armor with faded coats of white.
이 길로는 지나가지 못한다.
Are they burning that
말로
village?
하면 될 걸 유리창까지 뚫을 건 뭡니까? 나 참.
선전 보고 없이 공격해놓고는 무례하군. 소속이라도 말해야 예의지 않겠나?
우리는 이단 신문관, 불경한 일을 꿰뚫는 못이오. 죄악을 두드려 다스리는 망치다.
Is that why you threw a nail at us?
나겔 운트 하모의 직원이라는 걸 어렵게도 말하네요.
못과 망치라고도 불리죠.
지금은 이단 신봉자를 정화하고 있으므로 이 앞을 지나갈 수 없다.
이단? 이봐요. 우리는 단지 이곳을 서둘러 지나가고 싶을 뿐입니다. 관광. 관광 버스라고요.
Labeled as tourists, all of a sudden the sinners exchanged looks in silence. To prevent another disastrous first impression, Gregor was doing what he could, even though his efforts fell flat for the most part, to gently appease the armored crowd, accompanied by an attempt at the kind, harmless smile a tourist would wear.
그래. 저번 광산 때부터 느꼈던 건데 사실 이런 쪽 개그에 욕심 있는 거 아니야?
그런 거 아니라고.
Quivering corners of his mouth roused pity in my heart.
그렇다면 그대들의 순수성을 증명함이 바르리라.
좋아. 방법을 알려주면 못할 것도 없지.
Inquisitor suddenly pointed at my direction.
저 불경한 여행자의 머리를 베어내라.
Me?
그리고 우리 망치의 앞에 무릎 꿇고 봉헌해라. 그렇다면 그대들은 때묻지 않는 자이며 여정의 불이익 또한 없을지니. 물론 그 불결한 차량도 두고 가야 할 것이다.
보자보자니까 무슨 헛소리야. 야! 아무리 우리가 핫바지처럼 보인다고 해도 그런 걸 들어줄 것 같냐?
Fierce, Heathcliff was the first to quit playing as a harmless tourist. Heathcliff, you didn't have to...
가짠치도 않은 것들이 어디서 나보고 무릎을 꿇으란 거야?
Inquisitor, as was declared to us, nodded in response.
알겠다. 그렇다면 그대들은 이단이다.
With that, the group of Inquisitors moved into position at once, ready to attack. Right, into the fight. That's
이대로 가보자고.
약점은 파악했어.
right. Can kind of skip over that first one. I can kind of just skip a lot of this actually.
그렇게 하죠.
Okay, probably just end up go straight across. Alright, wave 2.
그 누구도 볼 수 없게.
가주거라. 그 몸을 가주거라.
Alright, is that all been dead? Right, yes it is. I'm gonna be honest, I thought it was gonna take at least one extra turn.
당연한 결과죠. 저는 선택받았으니까.
Yeah, we are on the last one that we're gonna be able to do. Then we can just do the other stuff.
예술이란 것을 보여주지.
Getting back on the bus, Virgil's greeted us by casually lifting a hand.
이번엔 상대하기 조금 까다롭진 않았나?
They were actually way easier.
누누이 말하는 거지만 당신이 도와주면 훨씬 빠르게 끝낼 수 있어.
나도 너누이 말하는 거지만 내가 도와주는 건 아무 의미가 없어.
저자들 우리더러 2단 신봉자라고 했어요. 대체 뭘 보고 그러는 거죠?
I think they were targeting me.
못과 망치, 경험이야말로 가장 중요한 가치란 말하는 날개.
Her salt muttered vaguely. That one had ticking with it. Experience? And that one didn't.
인간은 자신의 가치에 맞는 경험과 행동을 할 수 있도록 정해져 있다. 그들은 경험에 대해 그렇게 말합니다.
그것들 우리에게 관리자님의 머리를 내놓으라 했지. 그렇다는 건
그들이 또 온 거예요? 잊지 않았던 거죠? 그렇게 찾아와서
Claire was almost having a fit at this point. Gertia looked at him with pitying eyes, but there was little she could do about it.
베르베르, 소리 나는 상자가 시끄러워.
선발대에서 연락이 온 모양이군.
아, 이리 줘.
Alright,
피.
judging by just
여기는
that,
버스다.
I think they
거기
lost.
상황은 어떤 거 같아?
They lost that. Yeah, they lost.
에피?
방금 에피 씨 목소리가 맞았나요? 아니, 그보다 사람 목소리이긴 했나요?
바람.
싱클레어, 무슨 소리를 하는 거야?
휘파람 소리가 들렸잖아요. 마지막에 희미하게.
그런 게 들렸었나?
그 자식이 온 거예요. 마침내 우리 마을까지 전부 죽이려고.
Calm down, Sinclair. What do you mean by whistles? And who is this wretched woman?
저를 기다리고 있는 거예요. 그건 저를 부르는 메시지였어요.
Resentful tears were streaming from Sinclair's face as he rambled.
잠깐만요. 저 앞에 아까랑 같은 자들이.
돌아가요.
What?
저희 그냥 돌아가면 안 돼요? 가기 싫어요. 돌아가요, 제발. 이제라도 운전대를 돌려서.
꼬맹이, 대체 왜 그러는 거야? 앞에 뭐가 있는데?
가면 안 돼. 전부 죽을 거야. 돌아가요.
에밀 싱클레어, 쓸데없는 소리를.
Was calmly flicking her wrist.
잠깐 기절할 정도로 복부에 충격을 가했을 뿐이다.
이번엔 박자가 맞았군, 당신. 내가 나설 뻔했어.
겁쟁이들은 전장이 필요 없으니까. 이대로 버스 밖에 버리고 가면 안 되는 건가?
Denied. That might be a bit too far.
관리자님께서 그렇게 말씀하신다면.
He just looked down at Sinclair with a displeased face. Even though he was the timid sort, he never opposed something so strongly until now. This unprecedented behavior has bothered me. I couldn't bring myself to ask him why. He just didn't seem to be in any state to tell me. Soon enough, Sinclair came back to his senses, stared out the window with the vacant eyes. The others are all out fighting.
죄송해요. 저도 갈게요. 짐덩이가 될 순 없으니까.
Right? Fight time. Right. Check for these. Guns to fight with.
그대로 가보자고.
Throw out the enemy. I do like the little ink blot looking marks that keep showing up. I don't think I saw those before. Or I just completely missed them. Let's get this one. Actually, we need to get that, so.
그대로 가보자고.
Like these ones. I don't think I saw those before. I don't know if they're something that wasn't in the first two cantos, or if I just was not paying enough attention to notice them. Or is it a skin-specific thing?
불길 속으로 다 죽어라.
That's wave 2. This is 2 different ones. Yep.
그 누구도 볼 수 없게.
Didn't catch the beginning yet. Have you seen that one before? Let me see if it shows it. The little inky numbers that keep showing up. I don't think I saw them before. I don't know if I just missed them. It doesn't look like it's specifically one character, because I'm seeing it through different characters. I don't think I saw these before. I feel like I probably just, like, missed them, but, you know.
처리할 시간이야, 머저리.
No, those were always there. It's just the flash cut. Got it. Alright, so I clearly was not paying enough attention to that part of it. Because they look cool. I just didn't realize they were there.
당연한 결과죠. 저는
Right,
선택받았으니까.
we do not have enough energy to go into another fight. We have 41 of the fancy ones. Who do I have to do? Daily, defeat 10 enemies. Cleared all of those. Cleared the stage 10 times. Alright, we need to do the mirror dungeon at some point. How long is the mirror dungeon? That's... Well, I don't think I have the same team as I did before, so it might not be as quick. That might be too long. Especially because we already did one, remember? Yes, but in this case it's, the week has updated, so Mirror Dungeon isn't already covered. Also, we did one, but we did one with like the fancy pre-made team. So I don't know if, I mean, you know how long it takes. But yes, we did it with the fancy team. I don't know if, one, I still have that team, and two, I do not remember how long that was. Like, I feel like it was over, like, I feel like it was at least an hour and a half to 2 hours. Probably take longer with 3 IDs. Yeah. Alright, so Mirror Dungeon, probably either going to be something I do offline, or we'll have, like, a dedicated stream. Yeah, night clocking over 2 hours. Yeah, that'll probably either be dedicated stream, or once I have, a bit stronger of cards. Honestly, it could be that if I need to, like, get more level, I could go into Mirror Dungeon next time after I get my, new egos, just to kind of try them out in the situation. But what we can do is we can do these. We can do Thread, or we can do EXP. Do I have specific challenges that I need to do for either of those? I generally recommend doing the matcha. Yeah, I'll probably do that with my general collection of stuff. And you get 3 weekly MD bonuses. Ooh. Did not realize that. Thread, I have some. This, I feel like I can ignore for now. But we need at least 2 more thread. So let's go into here. Let's go down to threads, and let's do these ones. And I can't just kind of spam all of the above this time, because it's not just me trying to do it quickly. I do like this monster. Like, it looks decently cool. Alright. We're doing it this way, so I have to kind of read the room beforehand. Boom there. Spot there. Alright, this is gonna do more. You want to maximize weekly lunacy run? Let's do 3 runs a week. Alright. Yeah, it will definitely be offline then. I'll use it while I'm trying to boost up my... Alright, who's this? You. You don't actually have anyone attacking you. I can control this though. Let's see. Let's go for this one. These are the same either way. So there. Let's use this to get a green in the system. Okay, let's do this one and let's just kind of throw it over there.
이대로 가보자고. 그 오물을 떼어내주지.
It's a lot of damage. Might be a little over leveled for this monster. I do like the design of it though. Alright, but yeah, I'll probably have to do mirror dungeons offline. Like this. Let's break it. Then maybe kind of charge everything in one spot. And then one over here. Hopefully we can kind of use that to take some out. Alright, now we're back. Let's go with this. Go back again. This one. Then set that there. Set this out. Let's try different colors on this, see how they go. Green, carry this, so I can get green on the board. Carry that there. That there.
처리할 시간이야 머저리들.
That's a green on the board. If we get 3 more, we'd be able to use special. Actually, what do I have? What can I use? Let's use this. Let's go a little overkill. See what abilities I can use, because this is like 1 round. See the dark blue.
이대로 가보자고.
A little bit lower than I need to do a shield after this.
수많은 것들이 옥죄어 온다.
If it's still alive, at least. It is not. Alright. So 1 down, still need to do 1 more to get the thing up.
당연한 결과죠. 저는
We're close to
선택받았으니까.
getting this.
그렇겠죠?
If I skip battles, is that enough EXP probably to get us up to level 18? Let me look at the thing. I mean, if I was doing that, I could just probably enter normally, and then if I wanted to just kind of rush it, I could just wait for this to load in, and then spam damage.
그 누구도 볼 수 없게.
Probably wouldn't take more than a couple of turns to actually take it down. Maybe, honestly, damage seems to be doing really bad right now.
처리할 시간이야 모질이들.
Oh yeah, it doesn't target the ones that it's actually you're being attacked. This is good if you have like bulky, disposable health. Damage chance with flashes, yeah. Yeah, that's definitely not enough damage for it. See. Let's do this. High control, movements. Should be able to. Didn't need to do that. This one. And you're staggered. That one.
그대로 가보자고.
This.
그 오늘을 떼어내주지.
Use a couple on this. Send a couple here. Put the action up here. See how
처리할
this goes.
시간이야 모질이들.
하나 마무리했습니다.
Alright. Is that enough to level up?
당연한 결과죠. 저는 선택받았으니까.
Barely is not.
그렇겠죠?
Alright, let's go over to here. Alright. Is there anything I am close to? Doesn't seem like it, but then again, we just kind of started. Let's claim this. Alright, I might go and do one of the EXP ones. And just skip battle over here. That should level us up.
역시 관리자님이십니다.
There we go. Got some of those. We're leveled, and how much do we have? No, 6? Alright, we should be able to continue with the dungeon now.
몸이 따라줄지 모르겠지만 가라면 가야지.
Alright, so I need to level up a decent amount. Ooh, alright. Fight only.
그 누구도 볼 수 없게. 침묵을
Then
안겨주죠.
there's the bonus resets on Wednesday afternoon. Got it. Alright, so Technically I won't be doing this week's, I'll be doing next week's. Alright. Or after stream, I'll have it just kind of set to run. I might be able to
불길 속으로.
basically just put it on my secondary monitor and multicast, do that while doing something else. Typically at 4 p.m. Might not have as much time then. Might end up having to be after.
처리할 시간이야 머저리들.
그 오물을. 좋아.
Around 4 p.m. That's the same time the maintenance is, correct?
그렇게 하죠.
다 죽어라.
다음.
다 죽어라.
다음.
Starts 4 hours later. The only exception is the end of the season maintenance. Got it. Alright, so day swaps over at 4, and then the maintenance is at 8. Don't really understand why those wouldn't be at the same time, but at the same time, it's probably whatever's easiest. Whatever has the least difficult time working with the
처리할
servers.
시간이야
Or,
머저리.
like, whatever time of day would make it the least likely to have a whole bunch of stuff on that server, causing it to work slower. Something to make maintenance not take as long, kind of thing.
당연한 결과죠. 저는 선택받았으니까. 그렇겠죠?
Or actually, it's like
아침은
it
무사하오.
says time zone over here. KST. Let me look at what time that is in KST, because it might be what time would be the least likely for there to be people on. KST. Alright, so it's at 2 a.m. right now. And then it starts at 4 p.m. for us, and it is about noon, so it's like 6 a.m. and then 10 a.m. I mean, I guess that's probably not the time most people would be playing this game. That kind of makes sense. I don't know how many people are waking up at 10 a.m. to play Limbus Company. I'm the outlier. And I'm in a completely different time zone, so it doesn't even affect me. Alright, let's go back over here. I don't know, I still feel like the reset at 6 would make more sense if it was, based on, or like 6 a.m. going on their time. Would make more sense. I feel like less people would be playing it at that time.
불로 정화하고 깨끗한 세계를 세우러.
Smoke that was faintly visible through the bus windows covered the whole town.
난장판이네요, 정말. 그런데 어디서 익숙한 노랫소리가 들리는 것 같지 않아요?
나 이 노래 알아. 그 뭐더라. 눈이 더럽게 많이 오던 날만 되면
This is Silent
전쟁
Night.
때 병사들 사기 올린다고 이거 틀 때마다 진짜 힘이 쭉 빠졌는데.
This is the same one that was used for song evoked various memories in the group. For me, I'm not sure. It's definitely familiar, but doesn't bring up any clear images in my head. However, I could still feel a faint splash of feeling from deep in my heart. Maybe I knew this song before I lost my memories. Mist of emotion rose inside me, though it doesn't feel precious and warm. Ache. An inexplicable sting is what I felt.
맞아요. 그날도 이렇게 눈이 쌓여 있고 노래가 들리던.
Trees before us were decorated with grim ornaments. Sorts of internal organs and mechanical parts were hung from the branches. Someone had people's innards on full display.
이건 너무 지독한 거 아니야?
클래시. 아니, 키치하군.
근방에 생존자는 없다.
And everything fell into place. It's just like
마이크 테스트.
piercing sound caused the group to cover their ears.
모두 즐거운 성탄절 보내고 있나? 고요하지는 않지만 거룩한 밤이지.
Are you sure this took place in February? Isn't Christmas still?
네, 한참이죠.
Never mind.
내 이름은 크로모. 순수를 사랑하는 파괴주의자, 그리고 망치를 치는 자. 이곳을 어떻게 넘어왔는지는 모르겠지만 너희는 지금 사유지를 침범 중이지. 왜냐하면 여긴 보다시피 목과 망치가 심판 중인 신성한 구역이거든. 내 장식이 마음에 들려나 모르겠네. 뭐 길은 잘못 들어왔다 치고 지금이라도 얌전히 돌아가주면 너그럽게 벌금만 매겨주지. 왜냐하면 오늘은 성탄절이니까. 아, 그 전에 잠깐. 거기 귀도 있어?
이곳에 있나니?
혹시 말이야. 거기에 이단이 있나?
Asked a man named Gado, who responded to us, to a turned to us. He intensely stares into each of us. His eyes fall on me. He gazes at me for a long time. Although he was wearing a mask, those eyes of his, they froze us completely still, as if his glare nailed us to the ground.
순수하지 아니한 자와 그들의 추종꾼이 함께합니다. 그리고 말씀하신 그 아이도.
뭐야, 내 싱클레어가 돌아왔어? 날 보러 와, 싱클레어. 난 네가 알던 그곳에 있어.
크로모.
You can hear Sinclair grinding and gnashing his teeth. He made a dreadful noise. Couldn't be sure if it was from hatred or fear.
나머지는 처리의 기도 아니면 내가 나서야 하나? 그래도 되는데.
지는 자께서는 불순한 것을 두드리는 일에 집중하소서.
좋아, 좋아. 우리 정화 작업을 계속하자고. 그럼 모두 메리 크리스마스.
A number of visitors gathered around Gabriel. He stands firm behind them. He's not making any movement. His presence alone is threatening enough. Intense aura of hostility was radiating straight from him. Alright, so that's where the card I have on him currently comes from. Got it. Very cool, very nice. I do think that last stream, or the stream that I got it, it was mentioned.
처리할 시간이야
머저리. Same organization. Oh! Let's put shields on these two. And this one.
처리할 시간이야 머저리.
다 죽어라.
Alright, safe for now. Not that.
불길 속으로.
Careful that.
좋아.
The suits of armor kind of remind me of something. I can't put my finger on exactly what, though.
불길 속으로. 다 죽어라.
일이 끝나갈 조짐이 보이는군요.
Maybe actually just to start this off. Pop those up. Oh, wait, actually. It's not hopeless. Let me take these down and check them. They're the same ones.
불길 속으로.
약점은 파악했어. 겁만의 그.
다 죽어라.
그 누구도 볼 수 없어.
Probably double check with my negative focus. Oh yeah, that's fine. It's not that bad.
그 오물을 떼어내주지.
약점은 파악했어. 자.
Oh, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. Or I guess welcome to being a wanderer. Let's do that. I agree. Alright, we're gonna tank his sanity that.
그대로 가보자고.
Hopefully.
그 오물을.
-11. -1. And I think that was all of it. Nope. -36. Alright. Right at the very end, so it didn't really matter, but you know. It still got there. I'm figuring out how to get to
힘든
knockdown.
상대였어요. 저자가 완전히 정신을 차리기 전에 우선 도망치죠.
수치스러운 소리를 잘도 짓거리는군. 승기를 잡은 군인은 적을 두고 꽁무니를 빼지 않는다.
지금 군인 정신이 중요할 때예요?
Schmel's right. It's not someone we can beat easily.
철수하겠습니다.
I just reluctantly back down. Claire, do you know what that Cromer meant by the familiar spot?
그건
Claire shook. He was seemingly overwhelmed with dread. I could also see the teeth grinding anger in him that surpassed his fear. Looking at him, I thought blossomed in my mind. We need to talk, Sinclair. Tell us what you know, and you'll prevent half the deaths we might suffer.
작전의 성공률도 올라간다. 효과적인 정보를 기대하지.
I hope I'm doing the right thing as the manager. Sinclair shook his head upon hearing my words, breathed in, and finally opened his mouth after some struggle.
우리 집이요. 크로마는 분명 그곳에 있을 거예요.
너 그 자식이랑 아는 사이였냐? 아, 젠장. 하도 귀가 찢어질 듯 웃어대서 머리가 다 지끈거리네.
학교에서 만났어요.
저런, 혹시 친구였어? 친구라면 잘 타일렀으면 좋겠는데.
친구 아니에요. 크로마는 우리 가족들을 죽였어요.
Yeah, I don't think there's any talking that
미안해.
out. Her sick head, hanging from a tree, slowly turned to face us. Lights and sparks occasionally flickered within.
싱클레어, 왜 돌아온 거니?
싱클레어? 이웃들이야?
Lydia asked while looking at the
그런 것 같아요.
dismembered prosthetic.
아니었으면 좋겠지만요.
Sinclair replied, watching with a grim look in his face, their bare wires sparked and short-circuited. Black heads soon stopped moving, only emitting discordant things. And a song began to fill the air. All the heads hung from the trees are singing the same song. Carol leaking through the vocal units of so many lifeless heads.
이들에게 이단이란 건 역시 의체 보유자를 말하는 것이군요.
도시의 의체 보유자들이 보이게 된 지 꽤 오랜 시간이 흘렀지만 여전히 그들의 모습을 보고 이질감을 느끼는 사람들은 많죠.
저희 마을은요. 저희 마을은 K사 의체 산업의 성지라고 불릴 정도로 주민 대부분이 하이엔드 의체 부품 제작에 종사하고 있었어요. 크로마는 오래전부터 계속 우리 마을을 주시했던 거예요.
네 가족도...
네. 저희 아버지는 신생 의체 회사의 대표였어요. 그래서...
아니, 제가 보기엔 이자들에게 그런 거창한 사상 따위는 없어요. 그냥 광기와 폭력에 매료된 미치광이죠.
Schmel stared at him. After a while of staring at the Christmas trees decorated with his neighbors, Sinclair turned to me.
관리자님, 예전부터 여쭤보고 싶었던 게 있어요.
What is it?
그 기분이 어떠세요?
Feel?
네. 머리 대신 의체를 달고 있는 기분이 어떠냐고요?
It's a little taken aback since I've never had anyone ask that kind of question before. The issue is that there's no way to know how I might have felt before I got the clock from my head. That's...
따지려 드는 게 아니라요. 무례한 질문이었겠죠? 죄송해요.
No need, it's alright. The other sinners were a million times ruder to me with their daily interactions anyways. I'm afraid I can't answer that. I don't remember a single thing about my life before this clock.
그러시군요. 항상 궁금했어요. 머리 대신 다른 것이 자리를 잡았을 때의 기분은 어떤지. 가족들은 모자를 쓰고 시계를 걸치는 것과 다를 바 없다고 말했지만 저는 아무리 떠올리려고 해도 잘 상상이 되지 않더라고요. 그 덕에 저만 유일하게 살아남았지만요.
I'm sure the procedure seemed terrifying at such a young age. You have to feel guilty about that.
아니에요. 그런 게 아니에요. 전 단테 씨 생각처럼 그렇게 무고한 사람이 아니에요.
Sinclair quietly hung his head. I racked my brains for an appropriate reply, but no suitable words of comfort came up. Only the unpleasant sounds of sparks and flames filled the streets.
당연한 결과죠. 저는 선택받았으니까. 그렇겠죠?
Right, into another fight. Ooh, we're up 20s. Okay, we're gonna be running down. Wait, current level is 22, recommended level is 25. I'll level these up like one set each just to get them able to. It's just different things. Oh, which are the ones that I'm using? That's... Who am I using? Alright, I can remember that pattern. Let's level these up. One of... Nope. Do like 3 each, just give them each 22. Just so that we hopefully won't lose horribly. That should hopefully be enough to boost the average. Is that enough? Average 25, current average is 23. Is level 23 versus level 25 big enough difference? Do I need to level them up more? I don't want to level them up too much when it's Can I level them straight here? Can. Just to 23. Just the level average a little bit more. Do minds clears bring up the average. I am aware of that. Right, should I have them at 25 then? Out of all of these, I don't know how many of them I'm going to continue using, other than Sinclair.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115
So I don't want to level them too much. Because, especially if, like, next stream, I'm going to extract some from over here. Hopefully get a couple of new egos that are good. And then replace ones that I use over here. Long term, probably none. Alright, so it's good to just leave it then? Oh, thank you for the streamer care package. Let me mute my mic real quick and do that. Alright. Thank you for that. Okay, maybe for this, I'll see how good slash bad it ends up being if I just do it with the level set that I have right now. And then after that, I'll just go in and do a couple of the lexification stuff. Try and get a couple more level up things for the rest of today's stream, so that next stream, when we have new egos and everything, I can level them up pretty easily and then continue forward. So we'll just do this one. Hopefully we're not too far under level.
손쉽죠.
Sinclair could probably carry you through. Alright, then that's hopefully fine. Ooh, it's justified. Alright.
이대로 가보자고.
그 누구도 볼 수 없게.
Alright, we can get some green, so that means we can even use ego at some point. Try and maybe use it as a booster in expansion. I feel like it's going to be very egocentric.
그 누구도 볼 수 없게.
Let's send that out.
불길 속으로.
Does seem like you could probably carry this as well. Only problem is, how is his sanity at positive 26? How did that happen? What did I do wrong here? He should be going through emotion turmoil in this game. I don't care if it's probably just slightly worse. We need to get that sanity down.
그렇게 하죠.
그 오물을 떼어내주지. 다 죽어라. 그 오물 다 죽어라.
약점은 파악했어. 겁만예크.
That was very quick. Decently easy.
당연한 결과죠. 저는 선택받았으니까. 그렇겠죠?
So I'm guessing this is gonna be our final boss for this round, right? Like she's gonna be the enemy. Okay, this round. That went decently smoothly. Let's do one more and then we do this up. Just to get
몸이 따라줄지 모르겠지만 가라면 가야지.
Dead bodies piled up like a landfill in the corner of the town. You could see that some of them were still conscious, letting out pained moans. Inquisitors paid no heed, strenuously jammed nails through each of the victims' chests and over,
심장을
executing
꿰뚫었을 텐데
sure
신체는
something.
아직도 박동합니다.
필시 철로 덧댄 심장일 것이다. 인간의 본연되는 부분조차 이단으로 물들었군. 불결하도다. 살과 뼈를 모독하고 있는 모습이라니.
Inquisitors began carefully pouring a bottle of liquid over the prosthetic person in what looked like a solemn ritual. Judging from the pungent smell, it was most certainly oil.
사람의 기름을 머금거라. 이단의 시체여. 흙으로도 돌아가지 못하는 자. 연기로 남아 흩어져라.
The lit match was then thrown on the pile, letting rise a huge flame. The sound of sparks flying about. The air soon filled with an acrid smell. It's not quite like the smell of burning flesh. Spreading fire finally brings the crackling glimmer of those prosthetic bodies to a permanent darkness.
입으로는 정화를 말하면서 지옥을 창조해 놓았군요.
목과 망치는 언제나 인간성을 해석하는 데 몰두하고 있었다. 고통도 응당 겪어야 하는 경험이라며 의체를 달고 있는 인간을 비난하던 자들도 있었지. 이렇게 행동으로 드러냈던 적은 없었지만
아니, 아까부터 들었던 생각인데 왜 그렇게 엔사에 대해 빠삭한 거야 당신?
내가 엔사 직원이었으니까.
어? 아니 저것들하고 같이 일했다고?
저들과 같이 일한 적은 없지만 소속의 관점에서 본다면 그렇다.
Come to think of it, this might be the first time I've heard Marcel actively talk about himself. He would rarely recount anything related to him. Perhaps he felt it wasn't necessary to speak at all.
왜 진작 말하지 않은 거야? 그럼 당신도 저런 괴상한 무기를 지니고 다녔어?
굳이 이야기할 필요가 있나?
Yes.
뭐? 야, 그럼 내가 너랑 저 새끼들이 같은 편인지 아닌지 어떻게 구분해야 하냐? 난 말이야, 관리자 저놈을 시계대가리라고 부르고는 있어도 머리를 자르고 불태워도 싼 놈이라고는 생각하지 않아. 말만 번지르르하게 정환이 뭐니 하고 있어도 내 눈엔 그냥 사람 죽일 명분이 필요했던 미친놈들이 보일 뿐이거든. 말해봐, 너도 저 새끼들이랑 똑같냐?
그런 것에 대해 생각하던 시기도 있었지. 같은지 다른지 답을 내놓지는 않았지만.
그럼 지금이라도 답을 내놓아보란 말이야. 넌 관리자 놈이 명령이랍시고 마을 사람들의 모조리 쳐잡아 죽이라고 하면 그대로 따를 셈이야?
꼭 답을 내놓아야만 하나. 그 일이 업무를 처리함에 있어서 도움을 주진 않는다. 사원은 명령에 따라 움직이는 것이 규칙이다. 베르길리우스, 그자가 내놓은 취업 규칙에도 적혀 있을 텐데 관리자가 행하라고 하면 행할 뿐이다. 내 생각이 필요하다고 말하면 제공하겠지만 그럴 필요도 없는 상황에서 나불대는 버릇은 없다.
뭐? 너 돌았냐? 너야말로 머리를 깡통으로 교체한 놈들이랑 별반 차이가 없어 보이는데?
단백질이 16%, 수분이 60%, 무기질 7%로 구성되어 있다는 점에선 명확한 차이를 띠지. 또한 불필요한 중금속은 나의 구성 요소에 해당하지 않는다. 그 또한 차이다.
Heathcliff's face contorted with frustration. Her salt was already an enigma, and he only felt ever more distant after this
하지만 전
conversation.
예전부터 쭉 궁금하긴 했어요. 단테님을 정말 인간으로 봐야 할지 말이에요.
그게 무슨 소리지?
그러니까 단테 씨가 말하는 건 단테 씨가 아니라 저 시기일 수도 있다는 거 아닌가요?
뭐? 우리가 진짜 시계 따위한테 명령받고 있었다고?
정말 멍청한 발언들이네요. 반박할 의욕도 안 생겨요.
그래도 전 지금 시계머리를 한 단테 씨가 좋아요.
나도 그래. 그냥 머리를 되찾지 말고 평생 이 머리대로 있으면 안 돼? 그럴 리는 없겠지만 진짜 머리를 되찾은 단테가 갑자기 엄청 못된 놈이었다거나 하면 어떡해.
뭐 우리 중에 관리자 양반의 과거에 대해 알 법한 자는 한 명밖에 없지.
His eyes naturally fell on Frost.
그 부분에 관해선 비밀 사항이에요. 심지어 보안 등급 최상이죠.
And I get the feeling I won't be able to read it for myself. It's only natural. I have no idea who or what I originally was, so I had nothing at my disposal to refute Hanwu's lighthearted gesture. Maybe he's right, and I really am just a clock. If I ask Foss, there's no telling she'll give me a real answer, and wouldn't be able to discern the truth in such a thing either. Yeah, I need to pause that real quick. I had to yawn at the worst time. There's even a slim chance that the real Dante is hidden away somewhere, but I'm some advanced imitation, trained to believe I have free will. In any case, sitting here and ruminating won't get me anywhere. Who knows? Maybe I'll mount this thing on the wall when I find my real head. Schmel sent me a chastising glare for even suggesting something like that, but she had no choice other than to shrug. Well, it's true. There's no situation where I'm not disappointed when they give him a regular human head. Like, he's just gonna seem so much less cool immediately.
그렇게 하죠.
For a second I thought that was it. How many, Nope, it's just 3. Alright. Cool, cool.
처리할 시간이야, 머지르.
다 죽어라.
처리할 시간이야, 머지르.
그 오를 가져가라.
Alright. Yep. Definitely getting carried by Sinclair.
당연한 결과죠.
87% damage.
선택받았으니까. 그렇겠죠?
Level wise, definitely the high level of them. Alright, spend the last 30 minutes
해가 내 얼굴을
over,
물끄러미로
I mean, still doing the luxification stuff. Can hopefully get some extra EXP stuff that I can
목표인가요?
use next time.
손쉽죠.
That means I should probably actually take all of the stuff I have. Cover everything. He has damage check damage. Very cool, very nice.
그렇게 하죠.
They're gonna end up being over leveled at some point for this. For now, I think we're good though.
처리할 시간이야 뭐지?
I want to be able to level people up, but to level people up, that means. How do I say this? I want to, before I get everyone leveled to the amount that's like I should have them for this Cantos. How do I explain this? Like, I'll need to level them up eventually. I can't rely on Sinclair forever. And I probably shouldn't also, because the moment I do that, if something bad happens. Interesting. If something bad happens and I can't rely on them, then
그렇게 하죠.
kind of screwed. But because the ID stuff comes out tonight, so I'd only be able to get it either like tomorrow or next week, depending on if I just decide to do it off stream or if I do it on next stream then doing Limbus. Then I'd be getting it, but I would have to like I need to like remember how to think for a second, and I will just give me a sec. Let me Alright, so I need to level up to be at the rank. I just don't get XP and climbing last year. But yeah. For this one, it's specifically because I wanted to have this set to a specific length of time. I don't want to, I cannot think right now. Basically, I want to have the EXP I would need to level up new IDs when I get them next time, when it's like the new stuff. So because looking at it, I only have like about honestly 30 minutes where this is not taking as long as I thought it would. I'll probably just do like one more on it then.
생각보다 잘 타는 걸.
But instead of just relying solely on Sinclair, and eventually not really thinking about it, like getting into a habit of relying on one character, that eventually might fail me. So we'll get up to the dungeons there. Possibly? Probably? Maybe? I don't know if I have enough stamina for that, actually. How many is it? Because I thought this would take a lot longer. I thought I'd be able to just do like a couple of these and it would be at the right time. But that's not how that works.
그렇겠죠?
Right, I have 37 here. Takes 20 for each, so I'd be able to do maybe one more. Then either way, I'd have to boost it till I level up again. So I could do this. I could do one more of these. Still Underlevel. That's
목표인가요?
kind of what I'm.
손쉽죠. 자,
Don't like
이제
that it says that I'm
어떡할까요?
underlevel, basically.
지금 저희가 조용히 이동하기만
I don't want
하면
to level people
다른
up
신문관들에겐
and then
들키지 않고 지나갈 수
not
있어요.
use them. And also,
대체-
you're about to unlock the next XP.
저 미리
Oh, wait.
죄송해요.
Alright, cool.
아시다시피
I will take
저는
that.
다른 분들처럼 전투에 많은 경험이 없어요. 그래서 저놈들에게 계속해서 심장이 뚫리게 될 수도 있어요. 그래도 버텨주실 수 있나요?
Claire was trembling so bad that it'd be pill for anyone to witness. You could tell he was desperately trying to suppress his fear. It wouldn't be the first time Sinclair died. Whenever he had the dust that made sure to bring him back. But today, he's newly asking for my understanding. But determined to confront them directly, even if it means he'll die again and again. After feeling quite unlike the threat a usual battle invokes, maybe he's holding the kind of fear that comes with certain courage. In that case, are you scared, Sinclair? Sinclair suddenly turned around and gave me a startled look. Did I say something weird?
아니요. 오래전에 같은 걸 물어보았던 친구가 생각나서요.
Sinclair opened his mouth after a brief pause. His voice cracked.
전 히스클리프 씨 말에 동의해요. 의체 머리를 가지고 있어도 단테 씨라는 사람이 달라지는 건 없었을 거예요. 그리고 우리 가족들도 마찬가지였겠죠.
Thanks, Sinclair.
아니에요. 이제부터 질리도록 죽을 테니 너무 고마워하시면 제가 불편해요.
Just as I realized that I forgot to ask what he said in response to the same question his friend had, Sinclair Dare charged into the fray. I keep forgetting that things like moving in my chair and messing with the drawer on my desk can be heard in the mic. Keep forgetting about that. I apologize for any random sounds that happen in the background. They're both doing this. That's... Okay, take that over. Yeah, I'm constantly moving around. And I keep forgetting that certain parts of that are loud enough that the mic is picking them up, even despite my best efforts.
처리할 시간이야 뭐지?
불길 속으로.
일이 끝나갈 줄 보이는군요.
다음은 침묵을 안겨드리죠.
그렇게 하죠.
생각보다 잘 타는 걸? 생각보다 잘 타는 걸?
그 누구도 볼 수 없게.
일이 끝나갈 조짐이 보이는군요.
그대로 가보자고. 다 죽어라. 다 죽어라.
Okay, so we just have one guy left. He's gonna get killed this turn, right? Yep, there we go.
당연한 결과죠. 저는 선택받았으니까.
Right, and we do not have
그렇겠죠?
enough energy to do another one. And you said that unlocked? Yep, that unlocked this. Alright. Do this real quick.
불로 정화하고 깨끗한 세계를 세우러.
Here's how good damage is in this kind of stage.
그 누구도 볼 수 없게.
Like in the other one, it ignores flashes and it just goes for like whatever the easiest spot is. In ones where it's already set where your attack is going to be, does it do better?
그렇게 하죠.
Couple of missteps, but not the worst, I guess. It doesn't take into account things like
그렇게 하죠.
being way out of the league, such as someone like Gregor is. Don't have enough of any of these yet. Let's use a counter on you. Alright, skip that. Yeah, damage is not a good move. Ooh, okay. Yeah. Definitely not the smartest to use. Let's use this.
불길 속으로.
Okay. Yeah, going directly for damage, not the best idea. It's also negative 45. He is at the bottom. He is at the lowest he can go. I can't just use this. I can. Alright. Yeah, without the level ups, this is kind of what I meant of like, oh yeah, I can rely on this. Not necessarily.
그렇게 하죠.
the best idea. So if I try something like this is far too close. Yep, that was allies. That was allied forces that I think I just took down.
잠시 쉬겠습니다.
약점은 파악했어.
Ooh. Alright, I've not seen that before. It's cool. I feel like I'm as scared as I can do this. Alright, so. Oh, we're fucked. I didn't realize there's a second wave. Oh no. Honestly, can I, hypothetically, if I were to, just set it like this, could that work? Could this be good? I'd be able to get the, ego back. Might be able to do some healing. Good enough, yeah. She's going to die. Yep. It's 1v like 4 or 5. I only have 2. I can't even use any of this stuff. Alright, so this is what happens when you try to use damage on a team that's already overpowered towards you. Alright. Gonna redo that with actually, fighting instead of using damage. Do I have enough to... No. Alright. So let's do one again.
몸이 따라줄진
This time we're
모르겠지만
not going to use
가라면
the
가야지.
damage thing. We're just gonna go through. So I think this is where problems occur. Because I kind of want to get that early on.
이대로 가보자고.
불길 속으로. 좋아. 그 오물을.
Go through again.
불길 속으로.
이대로 가보자고.
Yeah, using the damage definitely does not do good when there are ones that chances are low that you're gonna win.
그대로 가보자고.
Okay, and how many green do I have?
그 오늘의
One. Alright, we are not gonna be able to use that, I think.
불길 속으로
그 오늘의
일이 끝나갈 조짐이 보이는군요.
I definitely have to off-stream try and get my level up as much as I can. Because if I can just get my levels to be high enough that I can have plenty of stamina in general.
불길 속으로
Shouldn't have to really worry too much about having to stop, go over here to level up, and then go back with my newly filled stamina.
당연한 결과죠. 저는 선택받았으니까. 그렇겠죠?
Okay, we have 5 remainder.
해가 내 얼굴을
Go
물끄러미
in here. Should have something. Yep, defeat 100 enemies. How close are we? Alright, we are like almost halfway through past 5. Cleared everything there. I will need to do this at some point. Then we have a lot of these. Alright. I think I am going to stop here for today. Let me get this, see if there's anyone I can send you guys to. Please be live. Over here. Stream. See you next time. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for joining me. Let me get this so I don't forget what games are available. Alright. Polls up, choice is yours. Thank you guys for joining me. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys will come back again to watch more streams. It's a lot more fun when there's other people here. Alright, I'm going to try and do my best to do all of the missions and everything before next time. Maybe get our stamina up to be, you know, decently high, you know? Enough that we can not worry about... I'm forgetting words. Don't have to worry about continuously going between these fights over here, and then going back, going over to here, getting some of these till I level up, and then once again going back, going over to here, playing, running out of stuff, etc, etc. I am probably just going to do one more quick run of this, just to get that stamina up. Alright, send you guys over to Arch. That way I can refill on this. Alright, but thank you guys for joining me. Hope you guys enjoyed, and let me get that up. We're going to Art, so you guys are going over to Swampy. Gotta wait for this to finish loading. But thank you all for joining me, and ciao! So you actually go? Yes, I can send you over.